And if you're looking for a new look for spring, how about longer hair? You don't have to wait for it to grow out. Hair guru Joshua Paul is here with more. Sounds good to me. Tell us about your experience with hair extensions.
Well, I've been doing extensions for over 20 years now, and I'm trained in, I don't even know how many methods, over 10 different methods.
There have been a lot of methods.
Oh, there's so many, and they're always coming out with new ones. So, and I'm kind of an information junkie, so I love taking classes and learning new techniques and new methods. You know, there are some methods that I favor more than others, but...
What's the method that you're using right here with what we're watching?
So this is done with a company called Great Lengths, and it's bonding extensions. So they're tiny little sections all over the underside of your head. And then the top layer covers all of those. So it moves, I think, the most naturally. And it's easy to tie back. And she has tons of them in there.
I love that idea because a lot of times with the extensions, it just comes in a big strip. And sometimes when the wind blows, I've seen it on women, you know, and this way it just kind of incorporates. So who's a good candidate for hair extensions?
Well, they're great for anybody who wants to add length or volume or even to add extra color without having to use, you know, a typical bleach or low light underneath. You know, you need to have healthy hair, though, and it needs to be strong. Like, for some of my clients that have just undergone chemo, I ask them to wait until their hair stops shedding. I've actually partnered with a company called Ageless Anatomy, and they do, like, stem cell injections and stuff in your scalp so they can really get your hair growing healthy and natural so it can support the weight of the extension.
I like that a lot. And with the method that you're using now, I would imagine that your hair, it gets a little bit healthier. It doesn't damage the hair, right?
So the major thing with hair extensions causing damage to the hair is there has to be enough of your natural hair to support the weight of the extension. And that's a huge mistake that people that are just starting to do extensions make. Also, at-home maintenance is huge because you need to be making sure you don't go to bed with your hair wet, tying it back if you're in a convertible. When you sleep at night, a silk pillowcase or a silk sleeping cap really makes a big difference. I also have all of my clients come in once a month for free to have me check them for about 15 minutes just to make sure there's no problem areas that I can see that maybe they can't see.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, when somebody who charges for their time offers it to you for free, you should take it.
Yeah, and I know that maintenance is a big issue for people. You know, it's just a question of you looking beautiful when you leave the salon, but can you maintain that?
Absolutely.
So you brought in some before and after photos of your clients. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I mean, right there, we just added only 2 bundles of hair, but it added thickness and volume, and you can see where I added a lot of the color underneath her lowlights and stuff. The thing with the extensions is the color doesn't fade.
Look at
that. I know, huge difference, right?
Oh my gosh.
Now that's a hand-tied weft, so it's a different application than the bonds, but yeah, it's a beautiful result.
And then how long will it last before you have to go in and get it either retied or redone?
Well, every method is different. So the 2 that I'm showing today is bonding and hand-tied wefts. So the bonded ones, they last anywhere from 3 to 6 months. I'll tell you that 6 months is a long time because as it grows out, it's easier to get matted. The hand-tied wefts, you move up in 6 to 8 weeks.
Right. So if I were interested in extensions, and I came to you, what would I look for in your business and as an extension provider? What questions will you answer for me?
So I would qualify them, make sure that they are educated. You know, the problem is that now with YouTube and stuff, you have a lot of people that are just going on watching a YouTube video and then trying to charge for it in the salon.
It's changed everything.
It's changed everything. And that's where a lot of like the damage happens because people just don't know what they're doing. You know, you want to make sure that they're well trained and they know what they're doing. I had to fly to LA for a 2-day class, and then you had to take a test at the end of it. And there was one woman in the class who just didn't pass the test. And so they didn't certify her. And I mean, to be honest with you, she shouldn't have passed the test.
Okay, well that's good, good regulation there. And you've got a special for Arizona Midday. Tell us about that.
I do. So I'm waiving a $100 consultation fee. For you to come in and we can talk about your hair and see if you're a candidate. Now, there are some methods, like I said, that I prefer, and there are some that I don't really like as much. So the best thing about working where I work is it's so huge and there's so many amazing stylists that if there's something that somebody else does that I might not do, I can refer you to them.
Perfect.
And it's great.
Very good. Thank you so much. Great information. And again, to get that special or to make an appointment, you can go to facebook.com/hair by Joshua Paul, or you can call the number right there on your screen.